Namaste yogis. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Erika Marie if you don't know me already, and this is a beautiful channel for everybody of all levels of yoga. I'm so excited that you're here. If you don't know this already about me, I am an instructor at Open Arms Wellness Center, and I am super excited to do this 30-minute video for you. It's going to be an all levels gentle yoga flow, a slow flow. So go ahead, grab your mat, grab something comfortable to wear, grab some water. We don't need anything as far as props go. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. Cross-legged is just fine. If you would like to do a half or full lotus, if that's part of your practice, go for it. Now we're just going to begin by linking our breath with our motion. So we're going to inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhaling all the way up, exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhaling up, maybe you send your gaze up with your hands. Exhale, hands to heart. Moving with your breath. Just a nice way to center the mind and to drop into the body, linking our breath with our motion. Once more. Beautiful. We'll pause here, hands to heart center. Just take a nice deep inhale and exhale breath. Plant our right palm down. Take our left arm up overhead, getting a nice side body stretch. Good. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, up and over, opposite side. Just gently beginning to bring some movement into the spine. Keep both of your sit bone glued to the mat as you move. So you're getting that nice lengthening through the rib cage in your side body. Let's go one more time each side. Good. And next time your right palm is down, we're going to hold here for a few breaths. If you'd like to take the stretch deeper on your forearm, feel free, but only if you're able to keep both sit bones planted. And to keep it nice and gentle, I'm just going to stay up on my palm. You can choose to send your gaze upward or keep your gaze directly out in front of you. Nice breathing, deep breathing. Slowly, let's change. Coming up through center, opposite side, and hold. Round your top shoulder back a bit. Option to send the gaze upward or to keep your gaze forward. Option to come down onto your forearm if you choose. Deep inhale and exhale. And change. Coming up through center. Now from here, you can keep your palms gently rested on your side. Gently drop our right ear towards our shoulder. Allow your shoulder to soften, both shoulders. Deep inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale up and exhale. Drop it left. Nice deep stretch in our neck. Be gentle with yourself in your practice today. Enjoy movements and stay connected to your breath. Good. Come back to center. This time, send your gaze straight up. And then come back through center and send it straight down. Big stretch in the back of your neck. Good. Then we're just going to roll the head from side to side. You can stay here, or if it feels good on your neck, you can take a full neck circle. One direction and the other. Good. Let's come all the way up through center. Find a little exercise right here. Take your arms out nice and wide. Spread your wings. Feel as if you were pressing your palms towards the back of your mat. Now from here, either arm on top, just give yourself a nice big hug and then pull your shoulders down. Gentle tuck of the chin, just so that the neck is nice and long. Good. With your next breath, open your arms once more, spread your wings, and now opposite arm on top. Hug yourself, big squeeze, and then pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Just an ever so slight tuck of the chin. Deep breath in and out. Good. Let's open those arms, shake them out. And then we'll move to the front of the mat, coming into tabletop pose. Spreading our fingers nice and wide, shoulders right above the wrist, and hips are right above our knees. Now to start, we're just going to bump our hips left to right, move slow, become aware of any sensation through your hip joints. In our hips, we tend to store a lot of tension and tightness, and so this should feel really good just moving in and out of the hip joints, getting some movement, some circulation and lubrication. Good, let's meet back to center, and from here, let's drop our belly and softly lift our gaze. Inhale, and then an exhale breath, rounding tailbone towards the forehead as we round into the spine. Good, moving with your breath. Inhale to rise, drop the navel, lift the gaze. Exhale to round, send the spine to the ceiling. Good, inhale, rise a few times. And exhale, round your spine to the ceiling. Beautiful. Cat and cow. Last round. Beautiful work. We'll meet back in center. We're going to take our right hip out as we take hip circles. You can keep these circles small if you'd like and just circle around, or you can take them bigger and send your seat back towards your heels. Just explore whatever feels good to you today. One more time all the way around, and we'll meet back where we started in tabletop pose. Now from here, you're going to press down through all 5 fingertips actively as we flip top of the left hand down to the mat, getting a nice stretch in our forearm muscles. Breathing deeply here. Good. One more breath. And then we'll come forward, shake that off. Plant the left palm, spreading left fingertips wide as we flip onto the top of the right hand. Just a couple deep breaths, sending some love to your wrist joint, sending some love to your forearm muscles. This is amazing if you do a lot of typing or if you're a massage therapist like me. Awesome. Shake that out. And we'll plant that palm as well. And from here, we're just going to tuck our toes, lift our hips, and press up and back into our first downward facing dog. Now, if you're familiar with downward dog, you can just begin to pedal out the feet, bend the knees, any organic movement that feels good to you. If you're newer to down dog, then just take a look at me. You want your body to look like an upside down V position. Bend your knees about 4 inches, really shoot the tailbone up towards the ceiling. There's no worries about how close your heels are to the mat. We want to actually worry about our spine more, elongating the spine from the tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. Keeping your knees bent really helps with this. Again, let's lift onto the balls of the feet. And as you exhale, bend your knees and send your seat back towards your heels. Good. Inhale, breath. And then an exhale, straighten into the legs. Again, you can always keep the micro bend in your knees, sending the gaze towards your feet, letting the head hang nice and heavy. Good. Another inhale, breath. Lift high onto your toes and exhale, press those toes, your heels down to the mat. Good. Inhale, lift on your toes. Exhale, heels to the mat. Press down. Last time, inhale onto your toes. Good. Exhale, press and hold. This time, let's bring some movement into our head, shaking yes and no, making sure our neck is nice and loose. Good. Take one more deep, full breath here. Inhale and exhale. Good. With our next inhale, we'll lift onto the balls of our feet and drop our knees to the mat. Bring our big toes to touch behind us. Send our seat to the heels for child's pose. Gently resting your forehead down to the mat, maybe connecting to the mats. Connecting to the earth. Nice deep breathing throughout your nose. Right now we're touching our third eye center to the Mother Earth, which is a very powerful practice. And if that doesn't work for you, just focus on your breath. No matter where you are, just focus on your breath. You can allow your elbows to rest on the mat. Let's take one more inhale and exhale here. Good. Beautiful. With your next breath, slowly lift our gaze, send it forward between our hands. Keep the hands where they are as we extend our legs out long, lowering onto the belly. Good. Now from here, we're just going to pull our palms back beneath the shoulders, squeeze our elbows together towards each other. Press your hip bones and toes into the mat. Inhale, let's lift chin and chest. Sending your gaze just to the top of your mat, about 6 inches out in front of you. Squeezing your shoulder blades together and breathing. Good, Cobra. Use your next inhale to press into your palms a little bit more. See if you can lift an inch higher for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. Forehead down to the mat. This time we're going to send our arms behind us and interlace the fingers. Pull your fist down towards your feet. Zip the feet together. Zip up through your inner thighs. Take an inhale, exhale breath. Now with your next inhale, we're going to lift the fist, the chin, and the chest. Sending your gaze back to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift a little higher. We're going to hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Release. Forehead to the mat. You can release the hands, plant them beneath your shoulders, press up through a tabletop pose, and we're just going to step the right foot forward. Now, if you need help to do that, that's perfectly fine. You can make sure that your right knee is directly over its ankle. If you need to help that foot up in between the palms, feel free to use your hands. Keep your hands planted. Take a breath to send your heart forward. And then with your next breath, we're going to straighten into the front leg, coming into a half split variation. Now you want to keep your left hip above your left knee. We're going to flex our right toes back towards our face. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Take one more breath. Good. Let's roll forward. Plant our palms. Step that right foot back. Step the left foot forward. Help it up if you need it. And then take one breath here. Send your heart forward. Breathe in. Good. Half split, side 2, straighten into that left leg. Right hip directly over knee. Flexing left toes back towards the face. Feel it in the hamstring here. 3 deep breaths. Good. Next breath, pull back forward, plant the palms, and step our knees back to tabletop. From here, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. We're just using this as a transition. Going to look forward and take little baby steps forward all the way to the front of your mat. Bend your knees, arriving with feet hip width distance apart, enjoying a nice deep forward fold. Let your head hang heavy here. Good. Release your arms down by your sides. We're just going to round up slow, tucking your navel into your spine, rolling your spine one vertebra at a time, all the way up to standing. Let's take our arms up over our head. Inhale, breath, and exhaling our hands to heart center. Pause here. Take a moment. Take a breath. With your next breath, we'll inhale the arms back up overhead, and then exhale the hands to the hips as we take a nice big step back with our right foot. Try to get your knee aligning over your ankle, your left knee over the ankle. So take a breath here in your high crescent lunge. You can bring your arms up overhead when you feel ready for that. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears, spiral your pinkies inward, and stand tall and proud through your spine. Take a deep inhale breath, maybe micro bending into the back knee if you feel any pressure in your low back. Otherwise, keeping that back knee nice and straight. One more breath. And now from here, we'll guide our hands to our hips, and we're going to pivot towards the right side of the mat so all 10 toes are facing over the right edge. So the pinky sides of the feet are parallel with the short edges of the mat. Go ahead and interlace your hands behind your back. First, let's pull the fist down, lifting the heart up. Inhaling here, and then exhale to hinge from the hips. Bend the knees as we come into a nice wide leg forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. If it feels okay on the shoulders to keep your fingers interlaced, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, you can release your hands down to the ankles, the feet, the calves, wherever is available to you. Your choice, yogi's choice here. We have 3 deep breaths here. Good. With your next breath, if your fingers are not interlaced, let's bring them back into the singular fist as we use the arms to lift us all the way up overhead, gently releasing our arms up overhead, and then arms down to the hips. We're going to pivot the toes to face forward and then step the right foot up. From here, as you're ready, hands stay on the hips. We're just going to step our opposite foot back, our left foot, high lunge side to bending into the front knee, making sure the front knee is directly over the ankle. If you need to micro bend the back knee, you may. Otherwise, keep it nice and straight. And we're breathing. Hands can stay to the hips, or if and when you're ready, arms come up. Pull the shoulders back and down, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Nice deep breathing here. Really sending breath down below the navel, assisting our hips in opening. Final breath here. Awesome job. A little different exit this time. We're going to hinge forward, plant the palms, stepping the right foot back and pressing back to downward facing dog. We're going to stay here for 3 deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. 1 breath equals an inhale and an exhale. Nice deep breathing here. Good. 1 more. Well done. From here, look forward. We're just going to take a few steps forward, and then let's just come into a seated position. From there, let's extend the legs out long, keep the feet touching, flex the toes, arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge forward from your hips. You can reach for your feet. You don't have to grab your feet. You can grab your calves, your ankles, or whatever is available for you. Let's take a moment, flex our feet back toward our face, Another breath in to pull the heart towards the toes. Deep inhale. And a deep exhale here. Another deep inhale. And with your exhale, you have the option to round in your spine if that feels good. Otherwise, you can stay upright with your heart shining forward. Few breaths here. With your next breath, just releasing the grip that you may have. We're just going to round up nice and slow. From here, we're just going to guide the bottoms of the feet to touch in a gentle Baddha Konasana pose or butterfly pose. So pull your heels in until you feel the stretch in your hips, but we're keeping it gentle here. We're going to grab our feet, take a nice tall breath in. Exhale it out. Keeping our spine tall. 2 more here. We're using the leverage of the feet to keep our spine nice and tall. Good, last breath here. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring your hands to the outer knees. Guide the knees together. And then extending the legs once more. Scooting yourself forward if you need to as we lie all the way onto the back. And then hug our knees into the chest. Begin to rock side to side. Give yourself a good hug for doing something good for yourself today. Beautiful. Let's come back to center. We're going to end our practice today with a gentle spinal twist. So let's simply drop both of our knees towards the right edge of the mat and just let them rest down. Now from here, try to see if you can get both of your shoulder blades to tuck down to the mats. We can either use cactus arms or airplane arms if it feels good to you. It helps us keep our shoulder blades grounded to the mats. If you would like to, you can gently send your gaze in the opposite direction of your knees. So sending it over that left shoulder. And we're really breathing into our twist here, sending breath into the length of our entire torso. Trying to soften here with every breath. Next inhale, slowly guide your knees up through center and slowly guide them over to the left. Bringing both shoulder blades back down to the mat, relaxing through the knees. Relaxing into your twist, breathing into it. Maybe you send your gaze in the opposite direction of your knees over your right shoulder now. Nice deep breathing. And with your next breath, we'll guide our knees back into center and slowly we'll extend our legs long. If your arms are wide, maybe you keep them there, or you can send them maybe more down towards your sides if you like. But the point is today is to take up some space. So really allow yourself to spread the legs wide, spread your arms wide, take up space. And from here, our final Shavasana pose. This is a beautiful time to just completely relax, allowing everything to hang heavy. And for this Shavasana today, I'm going to let you guys just relax on your own. We'll be here for a few moments. So go ahead, allow yourself to feel all of your body's supports, feeling wherever your body is touching the mat or the floor right now. And once you've felt those supports, allow yourself to receive all of the support of the earth by melting all of your muscles into the mat or the floor. Releasing your facial muscles, allowing your jaw to relax, allowing your eyes to rest heavy. And just take these next few moments that we have together for yourself in Shavasana. Beautiful. When you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, deepening your breath, bringing subtle movements back into your body. On your next inhale, rolling onto the right side of your body, using your right arm as a pillow. Taking a deep inhale and exhale here on your right side. Placing your left palm out in front of you and using that to gently guide yourself up into a seated position of your choice. Once you're there, let's inhale our arms up overhead. Exhaling our palms down to heart center, and we bow and namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you enjoyed this practice, please do subscribe to my channel. It helps me reach more beautiful people like you. And have a great day wherever you are in the world, yogis.